Hello, everybody. How's it going out there in YouTube land? Well, I'm in Texas, so I'm sure in the background you hear my fans and or AC going because it's starting to warm up, and I don't like that. But hey, nothing I can do about it except stay in my house and keep it as cool as possible. I especially don't get the opportunity to keep cool at work because it's a warehouse, and yeah, for some reason companies don't think that warehouses in Texas need AC. But that's a debate for another time. Today, I'm going to be talking about an upgrade kit for your Generation 1 Transformers. Now, in G1, we had the characters of Ratchet and Ironhide. Both of them transformed into little Nissan vans. But the original toys that they're based off of, or that they actually use the mold from, are Diaclone. And in Japan, the Diaclone toys were just basically a mech suit to be piloted by a human. They weren't sentient robots like the Transformers were. So, that being said, the Diaclone figures came with a little, let's see if I can get him better, little pilot. It's a little human in a suit. It's got little magnets on the feet there because it had metal parts on the toy, and the human driver could magnetize on the side of it and be like, hey, look, I'm working on this part of a semi, but I'm walking down the side of it and stuff like that, little cool stuff like that. So these vans, like I say, were piloted by these little Diaclone drivers. And what I have here is actually a Diaclone figure that would become Ratchet in the Generation 1 Transformers, but it's the same thing as the Generation 1 toy Ratchet. And it's the same thing as the Ironhide toy. Only difference is they changed the colors. Ratchet is an ambulance, so he has the emergency lights on the top. Ironhide isn't. He doesn't have the emergency lights on the top in toy form. But what these are is the original toy did not have a head. It was a mech suit. As you can see there's like a little seat for the human to be behind the windshield and piloting the mech suit to do what it needed. In Transformers, they're sentient robots, so it's kind of weird to have a robot that doesn't have a head, or at least in the storyline. The toys, different story. For years and years, these figures, the Generation 1 versions of them, existed on people's shelves without a head. And back in, I don't know, I think it was the early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, a company decided to make a third-party upgrade kit that slid down over that little driver's seat to give the figure a cartoon accurate head. Now granted, it doesn't change the arms here, which now look very strangely non-proportional, because the head's here, the shoulder is down here, basically around the crotch area. I mean, it at least gives the figure a head so that, you know, it looks like a proper robot on your shelf. It's pretty cool. Now, I mean, yeah, some of the looseness on mine is because this is in fact a Diaclone figure which was made back in the late 70s in Japan. So we're talking this figure is as old as I am, basically, which is getting close to 50 years old. So yeah, it's a little loose. I'll be showing pictures, I think, of it in vehicle mode later on at the end, you know, as I can transform it very carefully then. But like, it's 50 years old. There's a pin missing in that part to keep the side of the van attached like the other side is. 50-year-old figure. Go figure. Parts fall off. But yeah, you can find these heads. There's also another upgrade kit that I'll show you on Ratchet here. It's basically the same thing, but somebody else made like a bigger backpack to include attachment points for arms on the sides here, so that you can tuck these arms in the back, similar to, you know, actually you've got to stick it out because it's got a bigger backpack to accommodate the arms, but you fold the actual figure's arms up something like that in the back, and the head attachment has backpack that attaches arms actually up at the shoulder area, so it look a little bit more correct. You know, you have arms up here rather than down here. I think, you know, given time, I'll probably figure out a way to do something like that on these figures, on these upgrade kits, because these are hard to find. The other one is even more so. But I'm going to use the Ratchet body and the Ironhide head right now, because on these, you're supposed to be able to just take the character head, flip it down, and put this back into the body there, and then be able to transform it without any losing of the upgrade parts. Now granted, I tried that with the Ratchet head. Unfortunately, because he's got that little head crest, that little red bit on top, it doesn't like doing that. It doesn't like folding up and going back in place in van mode. It broke the little head crest off and I had to super glue it. So if you see the white specks on it, when I get a little up close on it, yeah, that's what it is. It's good old super glue to the rescue. Trying to get this guy to transform back into vehicle mode. Like I said, I don't want to be too rough with him, being almost 50 years old. So you can get an idea of what it's actually supposed to look like in vehicle mode using the Ironhide head, not the Ratchet head, because Ironhide doesn't have that little head crest to get in the way to mess with transformation. And this is my first attempt at doing this, so bear with me. But like I said, Ironhide and Ratchet basically used the exact same mold for their figures. That's why the parts are interchangeable. But that's the van mode. You can see, well, possibly see that there's the little Ironhide head hanging down in the passenger compartment. You can see, the red there would be white if the Ratchet head would actually fit, which it doesn't. But that was the first attempt at making an upgrade kit to give these figures actual heads that look like their cartoon counterparts. I mean, the transformation is a little wonky because, it makes a little extra gap right up here around the windshield, being that tall. But you don't buy these upgrade kits for displaying the figure in vehicle mode. You buy the upgrade kits to show them in robot mode. And that's how I'll be displaying my Ratchet figure. Like I said, one of these days I might get around to trying to make a set of arms that will attach on the back of the head upgrade. That, I'd have to detach them, and if I wanted to put it in vehicle mode, I don't know. It seems like it might be a simple thing, find some arms that look decent. Maybe get some Lego pieces to kind of give them the attachment point and rig something up. I don't know. We'll see. But I hope y'all enjoyed seeing a Diaclone figure. Can't get a good shot in this lighting of the Diaclone markings, but this is basically, like I say, the G1 Ratchet and Ironhide figure. I guess you can see the Japanese writing on the side there to show that it's a Diaclone. But hope y'all enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. And y'all have a good day. Alright, stay cool this summer. Bye.